Aid to Ukraine now coordinated directly by NATO. No giving up of the army size even if Ukraine is invited to NATO itself. The meeting in Brussels is seen as building up the negotiations position. Putin's direct, indirect line with the people and other topics in our today's episode. Let's go. Ukraine must be strong when the time comes to start peace talks, Ukrainian president stated on the meeting in Brussels. Even if invited to join NATO today, President Volodymyr Zelensky stated during a press briefing in Brussels on December 19th, as reported by a journalist from the Kyiv Independent. The idea of demilitarization was one of the false pretexts that Russian President Putin used to justify the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. According to an investigation by Radio Free Europe project Sistema, in November, Moscow's initial draft peace proposal to Kyiv demanded Ukraine to reduce its army to just 50,000 personnel, one-fifth of its strength in 2022. Zelensky emphasized that Western pledges of military and financial aid are insufficient to guarantee that Putin won't launch another attack on Ukraine. The best solution is a strong army, a large, robust force, the largest in Europe. We simply cannot afford to weaken our military under any circumstances, President Zelensky stated.
First of all, with leaders, and I think it's a very good opportunity to speak about security guarantees for Ukraine for today and for tomorrow, as you said. Well, almost everything said. But it's really very important that to use these 2 days in Brussels to meet with all our partners and to have the same, what is very important, not divided, the same joint position of Europe. How to secure Ukraine, how to strengthen us, our people, citizens, civilians, and of course to do stronger our army, which is very important. And of course you said about the priority, the winter, and of course it's about air defense, about the systems, the number of such systems.
Zelensky reiterated that NATO membership would provide the strongest security guarantees for Ukraine, and speaking at a briefing following his meeting with President Emmanuel Macron of France in Brussels, he said that we are not waiting for an invitation to NATO from anyone. We are fighting for this right. The president also expressed Ukraine's commitment to building its strengths in 2025 to end the war through diplomatic means. We will do everything to ensure that the next year we are strong enough to move towards diplomacy, he added. Earlier, Andriy Yermak, head of the Office of the President, noted that Kyiv is not ready to negotiate with Russia due to insufficient Western support, which prevents Ukraine from engaging from a position of strength. Zelensky also addressed Russia's intentions, stating that he doesn't believe that Putin wants this war to end, but we will figure it out. On our side, we are doing everything to ensure this war ends fairly, for us, for Ukraine, the president stated. Ukraine's rhetoric has shifted amid increasing expectations of potential ceasefire talks. This comes as US President-elect Donald Trump announced his intention to push Kyiv and Moscow towards negotiations. How it goes, nobody knows, but we can obviously see a build-up of the position for possible, and I mean possible, negotiations in the future.